Deepak Dathatri started his Master of Education in July 2009, initially with the intention of exploring the potential applications of adventure education to peace-building efforts, but took a leave of absence to work and travel in New Zealand, after which he changed his topic to the current one. Deepak studies in the School of Educational Policy and Implementation and works closely with his academic supervisor, Dr. Barry Gordon. Deepak is originally from India, but grew up in New York City. He fell in love with the outdoors and found a career in outdoor education. Deepak's long-term goal is to start an NGO designed to take young adults from areas of conflict on wilderness trip as a way of teaching peace. Please welcome Deepak.
Thank you. Kia ora and good afternoon. Many of you may be familiar with an alternative form of education called outdoor adventure education. This field includes programs like Outward Bound that take students on extended trips into unfamiliar environments, usually wilderness areas, and use a variety of risk-taking activities with the hope of teaching them and inspiring personal and social growth. Now, while that's a pretty common claim amongst professionals in the field that those profound changes really occur, the research that substantiates those claims has only come about quite recently over the last couple of decades. But that research does seem to indicate that adventure programs do have significant short and long-term impacts. Studies have shown that students have improved self-efficacy and self-esteem, which are regulators for healthy psychological development. Students have improved academic achievement and more positive peer and family relationships. And adventure programs can even help reduce tendencies towards violence and prejudice. So you might be thinking, why am I even bothering with this research, right? It seems quite obvious. I should grab my backpack, put that on one of our kids, and send them off on an expedition to Mount Cook, right? But unfortunately, experiences can't always be completely understood in a purely analytical way with statistical tests and outcome measures. The subtleties of those experiences are often missed through these quantitative studies. That body of literature that I mentioned earlier, is really lacking in qualitative descriptions of the students' experiences that come from their own perspective. And that's very true for programs in New Zealand. And even more so, there are very few descriptions that are retrospective, where the students see what the impacts and the meanings of those experiences were long after they've been through a program. Essentially, the research lacks the students' voices. My research, which is still in the early stages since I've just gotten ethics approval, is hoping to address those issues. I'll be doing in-depth interviews with several undergrads from Massey University who study physical education between 2004 and 2008. And as part of the final year of their degree, they went on an outdoor adventure program called the Mountain to Sea Expedition. That was a 5-day trip that went to the top of Mount Ruapehu and then down to the eastern coast of the North Island, and involved a mix of kayaking, tramping, canoeing, and mountain biking. And I'll be asking them to retrospectively describe what that trip meant for them and how they feel that this impacted them since. Now, given that New Zealand is very well renowned for its natural history, its adventure tourism, and its unique biculturalism, adventure experiences here might have a very different meaning than for students elsewhere. But there's very little research to show that. The information I get can help us understand those differences better and can see how lasting the impacts are. My research is going to get a lot of detailed insight into the actual lived experience of outdoor adventure for a very particular group. But, I think it can make a very good contribution.
Kia ora, thank you for that. I think you sold your adventure extremely well. You took us to a place and you explained the context, and I think you provided an excellent justification of your qualitative approach.
An excellent justification of your qualitative approach and the contribution that will make to the literature. And your relaxed voice throughout that really captured my curiosity, and I'm excited to see where your adventure takes, and you very much carried us for those 3 minutes. Thank you.